Welcome everyone. We're going to start a new video here on how to export your products. We're going to do it pretty quickly here and try to get as much of the stuff done as you can. Some stuff is just kind of complicated and not really built in, so please phone us, email us. We can do lots of this stuff for you. We can do all of this for you if you really want, but let's teach you how to do some of the basics here and get started. So first thing is, where is the export part? Yeah, good question. It's in the admin menu, data management, import export tab, and then I'll show you right now. Let's do it. So here we are logged into our Miva administration. We're going to click on menu, data management, and then we're going to make sure we're on the import export tab. The export settings are all in this column over here, and these are buttons, actually. They don't totally look like buttons, but they are. So these buttons may look slightly different on depending what store you're on. This site has a couple extra modules installed, which we'll talk about later. So definitely we want to start with anything to do with products, categories, and customers, and stuff like that. So let's start with customers, because it's pretty easy. So click on this guy right here. Okay, this is what your general export screen looks like. It gives you a file name, so I definitely recommend adding something to this like all data. Generally, don't email this stuff to yourself. It's sometimes when you have large amount of data, it's not a good idea because it'll time out and you'll never get it. Okay, go to this export field. Just do the check all button here. You can see that it checks all these. It's a lot easier. Also, make sure that your custom fields are assigned. Okay, so make sure that they're all assigned here. You might have more, whatever, or less. Go to this side over here, and for the file format, just leave them all as is. They're usually in the right spot already. Make sure this is checked, and it usually is for export field names. Otherwise, you won't know what you're looking at. Then go ahead and click the export button right here. And it's going to do its thing. Sometimes it'll take a while, sometimes it won't. You see that little message? It went flashed on the screen. We'll get to that later. Let's just do a whole bunch of these, and then we'll go get them. Just click this little breadcrumb here to go back. So we've done customers. Let's go and do our attributes to XML file. This is slightly different, but the same sort of strategy here. Click it. We're going to put the all data in here. Since this is an all data export and our goal here is for importing it on our store, we're going to choose the replace all mode here. And we're clicking export, and here we go. It's taking its time because there's quite a few on here. Okay, and then you get a nice progress bar, and it's taking its time still. And when it's done, you'll get this message up here again. You can see quickly it tries to show you where it is. Okay, so there's attributes. Let's go to affiliates. You may or may not have those. Same sort of deal. Okay, always try to just everything you can here. And then the export delimiter on this one, let's just choose comma again. Comma is the best choice here. For some reason it's not checked, but most people don't really have affiliates here. Okay, see this one has 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Back here again, we're going to go to categories. So, same sort of thing. All data, choose all the fields. In this choice, there's no select all button, but you can just click them yourself. Go here to select all your custom fields. Choose the defaults here. And yes, make sure that's there. Okay, and we're going to export again. Good. Let's go back. What's next on the list? Orders. Generally don't do those for various reasons. Products, yes. Okay, so here we go. Products. Same sort of thing. Let's choose them all. Let's go here. Check all again. That's nice. Make sure these are all checked. Let's go and check all of our custom fields, all of our shipping data, because we're trying to get an all data export here. If you weren't doing an all data, you wouldn't necessarily want to choose all those because it makes it slower, makes the files bigger. Be sure to go over here and include the categories, otherwise you won't get the categories for which the products are assigned to. And yeah, that kind of defeats the purpose. So do check this because the default is ignore. Okay, I don't know why, but it is. So just go ahead and check that, or you'll be sorry about that later. Go over here to the export format and leave this export format as is as well. It's your easiest option to edit and everything like that. So go ahead and make sure everything's good. Looks like we have everything. Choose the all button here, and we're going to hit export. It might take a little while because there might be a lot of products in your store. And we've done it right again. Same sort of thing, gives you this message. I wish it gave you a link or something, but it doesn't. So back to the top here, export, export, import process here. Okay, we're going to do our URIs. Okay, so this is when you have URI management, and hopefully everyone does these days. So same thing, all data. If you don't know what URI management is, please look around in our other videos. Make sure everything is checked. Export everything here because this is our all data. Okay, and same thing, export. And there we go, 61,000 URIs. Okay, so these two here, you probably won't have them on your site. They are from modules you can purchase. Related products, export, import. It's 20 bucks. Again, saves you so much time button mashing in the admin. So, there's related products, same sort of thing. It's another third-party module, all rated products, all data. Okay, and then we're going to ignore the email, click export. It's going to do its thing. And there we go, 30,000 things we didn't have to do by hand. Excellent. So you're wondering, okay, well, I got some custom fields, I got some image types. Yeah, so I'm going to show you what those are. So, but they're not in data export modules. So we're going to go to the menu and we're going to click on utilities, and custom fields are in here. You might have to click the little button here depending on where they are on your site. You can see we have a whole bunch of custom fields. So I'm going to click the first one. I'm going to go click Control A, and it's going to select them all. And then I'm going to click this CSV button. What that's going to do is it's going to give us a head start on creating them again. We can go up here to our downloads and we can open up the CSV. So it's going to open up in your favorite spreadsheet program. It'll look like this. It's just basically all, this is kind of your general CSV export from all views in Miva, and it gives you the codes and names. So when you're creating them again in your new store, you can just use this as a cheat sheet here. It tells you what they are. It's not all inclusive, but it's definitely a lot easier, and you can copy and paste them. So you don't have typos, because you're going to want to have the same codes on your other store as you do on this store. So the next one of these that you're going to want to just do another CSV export here is for your image machine image types, because those are in your data that you exported from your products, but you're going to want them to be created. So you're going to go to user interface, and you're going to go to image types, and you can see these are your image types you're going to want to recreate. So let's just do another export. So click the first one, click Control A, click the CSV, jump up here, and we can download it. And then in our favorite Excel-ish program, you can see that these are the image codes you need to create on the other site and the description. It's going to be some button clicking, but there's only a couple here, and then if you don't create them, you won't get that data transferred properly. So next, great question. We did a whole bunch of button mashing, and it said it exported a whole bunch of stuff, but we didn't actually download anything other than those couple CSV exports we got through the UI. Right? So where are they? Here we go, let's show you. So you want to open up your favorite FTP program. I'm using FileZilla here because that's what I use, and it's cross-platform, and everyone usually has access to it. It's also free. You're going to want to log in, and you're going to want to go here on your remote site, /private. Then you want to go into your Miva data folder, and then Merchant 5. And then if you have multiple stores, or if your store's a different number, you're going to want to go there. But here it is. This one's is usually S01 most of the time. Go into there. We'll sort by file names here. And then there's our exports. So you can see it's in private, Miva data, Merchant 5, S01, export. The reason why we need an FTP program here is because you can't get here on the web. It's in the private. We're not in the website directory. You have to download these with a program like this. So make this a little bit smaller. You can see we have date modified here. So let's sort by date modified because these are going to be the ones we created today. You can see, here we go. These are the ones we did today, and it's missing a couple, but we'll show you where those were. So there's a related products, attributes. Hey, that's neat. Okay, so there we go. So we're going to drag and drop these over to our computer, and here they go. Ta-da! Okay, so other locations that things export to, if you have a bunch of other modules, sometimes they just export in here, just one back. Sometimes they export one back from there. But generally they're always in here and above. But you can see there are a couple extras in here. So that's the data. Now what about images and stuff like that, right? So let's go and find where Miva likes to save your images. So same thing, we're going to go and grab our FTP program. So we've logged in, and this time, this is where we want to go. HTTP docs, MM5, graphics. So if your MM5 directory is a store, or if it's Merchant 2 or Merchant 5, then it would be there. But it's going to be in a graphics folder within there, unless you've got some seriously crazy setup. But this is where the defaults are for the purpose of this video. But usually it's in this one right here. You can tell that the last modified date is in this folder. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to download this, and it'll take a while. There's 65,000 pictures in here. So your store doesn't only have images and data, there's also some modules that you probably have installed on your store that you want to put on your new store. Now you can use the same modules on your dev store before you set it up. It's just not always obvious how to get them again, because you might not have them saved on your computer, you might have upgraded them. So let's show you where the modules get saved. So we're jumping back into our Miva administration here, and we're going to go to menu, and you can see that if we go to utilities, we have some custom modules here. You can go here, you can go add remove modules, and it's going to show you, look, we have a whole bunch of modules that are installed. Some of them are proprietary, and we paid for them, and we want to get them again. Like this one, the provider is from Wayland, not Miva, so it's not going to be on your new dev store. You're going to want to transfer it over and use it on your dev store. So let's show you how to find it. So let's go back up here, and we're going to click on modules. And we're going to search for fee, because that was part of the name. Okay, so here it is. We're going to click on this guy here and open it up. You can see it's active and in use, and the file location is here. It's sort of helpful, but it doesn't give you the whole deal, right? It doesn't tell you where this starts from. So I'm going to teach you how to find that. So the first step is getting our FTP program again, and we're going to want to go to your merchant directory. This is in the public side, not in the private. So we're within the HTTP docs like we were when we were getting our images. So this MM5 might be Merchant 2, Merchant 5, Store, whatever it is. Generally, it's Merchant 5. Now, this is where your graphics were, but this is where your modules are. They're in this 5.00 folder. Click in there, and then you can see here's a module folder right here. Double-click that. So this is where your modules are uploaded to, and they're all in here. So now let's just jump back to the Miva admin and see where we got them. If you just want to do a quick export of everything, you could just go back here and drag this whole modules folder over, because then you'll have all the files for all the modules. You decide. I'm just going to show you how to get the one that you were actually after here. So we're back in our admin, and it says it's in modules util misfee.mbc. So let's go there. Modules util misfee.mbc. So now we have that file. And when we're on our dev store, we can install it. So you're probably thinking, hey, I got some more stuff, like I got a whole bunch of price groups, availability groups. I got volume prices for all of my stuff that's different. I have image machine conversion that needs to get done from legacy to the new image machine. I have upsell, navigation sets, all this stuff. You can see I didn't export those. Those weren't anything that were built in or easily done. But ask us. We know how to do it. Have fun. It's not that hard. Obviously, give us a call if you need any help. That's the end of this video. We're going to have a next video is going to be about putting this data back into your new store.